Alright, so in the second video on extreme hunger or feast eating, this is the stage where crazy amounts of food. Like, even before that was crazy amounts of food. It was like 2 dinners, 2 lunches, 2 breakfasts, loads of snacks in between. But this was like mind-boggling, and I'm surprised that my weight gain took that long, because like I was eating roughly 20,000 calories a day, and like I've talked about this on other YouTube channels, and it, like, you can't imagine that. And I used to watch those like 10,000 calorie challenges when I was really ill, and I'd be like, no, you haven't seen me eat. I would literally be able to go for a whole, like, what's it called, thing of bread, what are they called, a whole packet of bread, yeah, and I'd just be like, and that'd be with like oil, peanut butter, margarine, like all 3 of those. Not oil, actually, just margarine and peanut butter. I've never been a big fan of like actual butter, so yeah. I'd go through all of that, and then I'd just be like, oh my god, I need sweet stuff. And then I'd eat like four whole packets of biscuits, and then I'd be like, I'm hungry. Then I'd eat like a whole 15 fish fingers, and then I'd just carry on powering through all the food. I'd eat like this whole box of Nature Valley bars. I don't know whether you know what those are, but they're like granola bars. And then I'd be like, I'm a bit full now, and then I carry on eating, and then I'd go through like, it's amazing. I can't even fathom how much food this is. This is in like 40 minutes. I've probably eaten like 3,000 calories at least. And then the things that I would probably like eat most of is like peanut butter. I eat so much peanut butter. Like, I would go through a kilogram of peanut butter a day. That's 6,000 calories just in peanut butter. I know, it's mind-boggling. Now I'm still obsessed. I'm like, I love peanut butter, but I wouldn't say I'm obsessed. Like, I don't need to buy 1 kilogram tubs of peanut butter anymore, because like the 340 gram peanut butters like last me at least a week. Yeah, so I know a week isn't that long considering it's quite a lot of peanut butter, but I like peanut butter, okay? And I'm a student and it's cheap, so don't judge me. But what was I talking about? I don't know. I've forgotten. Oh, so carry on. This is like just after waking up, I'd be like, oh my god, you're hunger food, and then my stomach would just be like, ah. So I watch some TV. Literally, I just let myself rest. You need to kind of do that, because I had been obsessed with like exercise, and I don't want to teach behavior, but I would tap my leg and I would do it a lot, like this. And it was a good way of burning calories, which it doesn't really work, because it was just my messed up brain thinking, oh, I need to move, because it's, you know, the famine brain. But yeah, that would be literally in the morning, and then I'd start eating like I can't even like fathom how much food it is still. It was so much. And a big thing that I want to point out is, at first you might just want carbs, like just sugar. And I'm talking about like, I thought I would get diabetes, because I was like, sugar causes diabetes. Trust me, I eat a lot of sugar and I'm fine and I don't have diabetes. So kind of wrong. Kind of just a little bit. So I would like power through loads of sugar. I would literally, at one point, pour honey in my mouth, pour sugar with it, and then put like 1 Cheerio, and then bite it and be like, oh my gosh, it's heaven. I literally like it felt orgasmic to eat food. Like, that's how obsessed with food I was. And then after that phase, I kind of went to less sugary but more carby, like bread and fat kind of things, like peanut butter and toast, like all like crumbles and stuff, like pudding, like proper puddings, instead of just like biscuits, like things that kind of had more fat in them. And then I kind of like went the other way, and so I started going savory and sweet both at the same time, and I was like obsessed with savory, obsessed with sweet, and then like my sweetness kind of like and then my saver was like, and so then I started eating like loads of just a lot of meat actually, which I don't actually like meat as much anymore. I don't agree with limiting my diet at all, because I think that would be disordered for me. People may have different opinions for themselves. I will leave them to that. I'm not going to go on that topic. But I talk too fast, don't I? Yeah. Brain fart. This is a brain fart right here. But yeah. So I started going on to really savoury stuff. I used to be obsessed with cheese twists when I was younger, and I started eating loads and loads of cheese twists and croissants and things like that. Like, I started eating more peanut chocolate. It's like going on to less carbs, more, I guess, filling stuff. But it isn't filling stuff at all compared to like what I wanted, what I crave now. And then I kind of started wanting pizzas and stuff. Like, I didn't want pizzas at the start at all. I didn't want takeaways or anything. Then I started wanting pizzas, takeaways, just everything savoury. And it was kind of like, I was still not full. I would still want to eat the whole time. This is for like 2 months. Like, yeah. It lasted that long. I was eating like 20,000 calories a day, and it was 2 months that I was eating like that. And I didn't really gain that much weight. So, calories in, calories out, kind of bullshit. And I've kind of read up on this. This is because when you start to refeed yourself, your body can kind of go into a hypermetabolistic state. It's called hyperphagia, and you basically burn through a lot, which is why you get extreme hunger. And it's why you sometimes get some horrible recovery things, which I will also talk about in another video. But yeah, then I started going to just completely savoury stuff. I literally just wanted like really fatty, like sausages. I just wanted loads of fat, basically. I was obsessed with fat, so I went from carbs to fat. And it was never protein. Protein was my last favourite, because protein just kind of made it harder to eat food, because it kind of filled me up way too fast. So yeah, I started eating just meat, basically, just loads and loads of meat, or anything with like loads of fat. That was when I started eating peanut butter out of the jar as well. It wasn't tasty. I'd just get anything and dip it in peanut butter and shove it in my mouth. That was literally my recovery. Like, it wasn't tidy at all. Like, it would just be me shoving things in my mouth. It's not me plating food, being disordered, like again, like, look guys, I got my food, mummy, I got my food, are you proud of me? No, it was real recovery. It was shoving food in my mouth as fast as I can put it, because that's what you need to do to recover, kind of, for a lot of people. Just eat your way to recovery. That's the way you beat an eating disorder. But I think I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna leave you for the next video, where I'm gonna talk about, or actually calm down. So I'll leave you there.